First things first, my peoples come first. My people, those that are here, no longer here, always thought of and remembered. I'm Vator Games. This is Vator Games TV. And I got to do a match reaction to a Derby loss. A Derby loss that was 2-0 at Old Trafford. 2-0 to a club that are playing one game a week, that will have 40 matches played for a season, that just got rid of their manager, have an interim. And I lost to that team with a team that is going for a title race versus Arsenal that were 5 points behind. With the best attack in the league. All right. Listen. This one's going to be rough. I got to speak on the 11. I got to speak on player performances. I got to speak on manager decisions. I got to speak on substitutions. And I got to, at the end of it, I actually have to tell you on how realistic it is, or whether I still think that we're in a title race. Please do what you got to do. Hit that like button. Cost for admission, hit that like button. What I like to do each and every time, first time in the building, showing love with the group, being in the chat, first in the building after this, knowing that they are subscribed, that they got notifications, that they know what's going on over here at Vator Games TV. Shout out to Dre P. He goes, I've been saying all season, City, despite the results, have been a joy. Oh, City, despite the results, have been a joy to watch. Not today. Awful. Leggy, slow, stretched. Unacceptable performance, especially for a derby. This is it. It's a derby, and we did not remotely play to the level. I wasn't wearing the kit to start. I was like, ooh, what are these vibes? Halftime, I went and put it on. Didn't make a difference. My girl DC in the building. No excuses. That was terrible. I agree. No excuses, but we are going to break it down. We're going to have to talk about it. There's elements, and we got to know what those elements were. If we know what the mistakes were, we can try and avoid them. Flush it and move on. We're gonna analyze it. We're gonna recognize what was wrong so we can prevent it moving forward. We can catch that early. Dre P question: what could have been done differently, if anything? All right, we're gonna start there. Dre P in the building. Good looking out. Everyone else, I see you, Clutch. I see Ketchum. I'm gonna get to your comments. EH in the building. Blue in the building. My girl Vanessa, I see you. Adam, what it do? Zane. Jackson, all right, we got some things to discuss. Let me go. All right. This hurts. It was 7:30 for the start of this game. 7:30. All right, let me go with the 11. All right. Because we're not going to do any revisionists. Let's go with the 11. Surprise. Only surprise for me. Let me know in the chat if you guys disagree. Only surprise to me was to see Rico Lewis out at right back. I was surprised not to see O'Reilly at left back, but then did he want that veteran control? Did he want that partnership between him and Max? Why he chose to have Nathan Ake, I wasn't too sure, but I wasn't too whoa. I was more so worried about the Rico Lewis. We've seen O'Reilly. He's played well against Liverpool, Arsenal, so I would have expected him to play. Him not playing, not too wild about it. Obviously, it turned out in hindsight, I didn't know at the time, but illness due to Nunez. I don't know. What are we saying? And he had the flu. I see you, Clutch. He had the flu, but it is what it is. I'm not even going to chalk that up to a big reason to why we look the way we look because Rico Lewis was playing. That would be lazy. That would be scapegoating. Now, the midfield, when we have Rodri, when we have Bernardo Silva, when we have Foden, kind of calm. I'm not going to lie. I predicted that midfield because I was like, Pep's going to, he knows Foden knows what the derby's all about. Obviously, our captain, Bernardo Silva, knows. And if Rodri's available, healthy, we got him. All right. Now, on the bench, we didn't have Nico Gonzalez. So maybe the thinking was O'Reilly doesn't play at left back because he's an option to come on and play the 6 as the game progresses. If the game was in that type of situation, is my interpretation, right? Maybe that was an option. Maybe that was a thought because we've seen other players have to play 6 and it doesn't quite work, right? Reinders can't do it. We can't have Bernardo Silva do it. So I kind of get all that. The attack. Doku, check, makes sense. Haaland, check, makes sense. Semenyo, wow. All right, Semenyo's being chosen to play out there. Okay, again, not a oh, this is a problem. Not a this is a problem. We got Semenyo. He's been playing really well for us the way he's contributed. United's 11. Let me know in the chat. United's 11. Was there anyone where you're like, ooh, this is worrisome? Was there like, oh, they're gonna get at us? I thought we were gonna eat. I thought Doku, Semenyo, Haaland were gonna eat when I saw that defense. Martinez and Maguire. I'm like, let's make those guys move around. Let's keep the pace. Let's have them deal with some balls over top. We didn't do that. Shaw, Delo, those guys should have been cooked. They got yellows early. They should have been cooked on top of that. They weren't. Dogu, Dallo, Bruno. I always knew Bruno was going to be good. Manu. Honestly, that's a very good 11, but I was like, we're still dealing with that. We're still going to deal with that 11 regardless. Drewski, I see you. Good looking out. Ake has been a warrior for us. Obviously, put in a warrior shift. We're obviously going to be phasing away from Ake. He's given us a lot, but we know that he's on the other side of that hill. Games are tough for him. Can't really do his reliability. Stones' reliability is not there. But 11-11, calm. I was like, listen, United, City, we're going to have this fight regardless. I still thought we had the better quality. Now, if y'all want to talk about changing that 11, maybe in hindsight, some of you are probably saying Bernardo shouldn't have been on that pitch. Some of you are probably saying Foden shouldn't have been on that pitch. It should have been Shirky, and maybe it should have been Reinders. Let's be balanced here, right? Let's be balanced when we want to say, oh, it should have been this, it should have been that. Pep did not hesitate to make those changes that he thought were poor in that first half, right? So the players that you're like, oh, they shouldn't have started. Oh, they shouldn't have been involved. Well, they got subbed on early, right? At halftime, he brought on O'Reilly, took off Max. He brought on Shirky, took off Foden. And then it was like, okay, let's see. We didn't look that much better, to be honest with you. And I think the way Pep set them up, I think there was way too much isolation to have our wingers do something on their own. Ask them to beat not only one man, but then they're going to be in such a congested area to really what are you going to be able to offer up after they've cooked their winger. And to be honest with you, they didn't do that enough. Doku did it more than Semenyo. And again, We're going to see that Semenyo needs to get more familiar with how he's going to attack on that right-hand side. He's probably better on that left. But regardless, we didn't do enough there. And again, Holland didn't do enough in this derby. Foden didn't do enough in this derby. Bernardo did. I'm not going to single out any single player. This is a freaking derby. And we didn't show up. We're the ones playing for a title. We're trying to keep pace. We could have set the weekend right by playing against them and getting this damn result based off of a good performance. We did not even show a good performance. I can't wait to hear what Pep has to say. Now, with regards to the interim manager, Carrick, how he had United set up, how they were putting pressure on us, and they did it early, was a really good testament to why United fans were complaining about Amarin. Him forcing his philosophy or his style of play based off of the available players, and then you see a manager that does it differently and how they looked, says a lot. Says a lot. I think we were lucky. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think we were lucky for that to be a 2-0. Like, not offsides and all that kind of stuff. I think we were lucky. I think at the same time, United were lucky because that Dalot above the knee studs on Doku is a red, and that game's completely different. But I say this all the time: we can't lean on refs. We can't expect anything from this FA with regards to Manchester City. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything with regards to. There's no helping City. There's nothing favorable for City. I said it while I was watching the game. I don't know how they were not in the booth and saying that what you assigned as a yellow is not more severe than a yellow card. When they have the replay, when they have VAR, I don't get it. But we didn't play well enough after that. I'm hoping that there's no reoccurring, nothing long-standing injury-wise, because after a game, after the adrenaline kind of settles, you can have some issues. So hopefully Doku's good to go. But when we look at how the game then progressed, when we even look at how the number of opportunities that United had attacking-wise and the lack of opportunities that City had, I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do. Because we're going to face this again. We're going to face defenses like this again. And how we were moving, how we were recycling the ball was poor. We need to take our chances with having Holland chase something down. As painful as it's going to be, I have to go back and watch this game. Emotionalist, like, just watch and pay attention because I want to see some movement. I want to see decision making that we were doing. So annoyed. Let me try to gather my thoughts here. Chat, let me ask you this. If it weren't for Pep and the decision that he made to sub on, or I should say sub off, in the 80th minute, he bringing off Bernardo Silva, him bringing off Doku, and him bringing off Holland speaks volumes. We're still chasing the game right now. It's 2-0. We're still able to. Again, we've scored late goals before. We've made things difficult right to the dying minute. The fact that he was like, listen, get off, says a lot. And it's not even so much work rate. Work rate's a little too easy because so often when you say that you think of how you're working without the ball. I don't like how it wasn't intense. I don't like how there weren't enough chasing in terms of wanting them to not have possession, but also when we were in possession on how lax we were in movement, not only passing, but while dribbling the ball. There was no like directness. There was no, I'm a force the issue. I'm going to make the United player have to make a decision on how they were going to defend and react. It was way too lax. It was such a walk in the park. We did not test them enough at Old Trafford in a freaking derby. This is going to be interesting to see what we do post AFCON. Post AFCON, when we have Marmoush coming back, when we have the potential acquisition, we'll see when it's all said and done, but Guéhi, it's going to be interesting to see how Pep sets things up when he sees performances like these on how he decides to make subs, give instructions. I thought he showed the players that you all didn't play up for a derby. I really think that he was like, y'all disappointed me. Y'all disappointed the fans that traveled here, right? Let me go to the comments. Y'all ask me questions, treat it like a press conference out here. It's freaking annoying. I don't know how we do this in a title race. Zane, I gotta agree with you. United did bully us. I think classic not matching the intensity. Adam in the building. What a joke, honestly. I don't know how these guys perform like that in the derby. I don't know how they do it. Jackson, Vator, why is Pep going back to possession-based football? What happened to the counter-attacking football from months ago, which got the best of Holland? Again, we gotta be real here too, right? I think for the majority, while in possession, look at how, because counter-attacking play versus possession is also dictated by the defense. I hate how compact United were, right? There was a point where they were defending like a 4-4-2, and you saw it in Buemo so just outside his 18. And again, I agree. We got to take our chances and be direct when we can. And even when we were being direct, we gave the wrong pass. We were off with that final ball. And again, what was mentioned earlier, and then we would get bully out of possession. And the thing that I hated is when we were doing the countering, when we lost possession, guess what? They turned and ran back downhill on us. I think it's the same thing. We try to find the right balance. Now, listen, I'm not calling out any individual player, but I also want to point out when some of us want to crash it, some of us, not including me, but when some want to crash it on Pep and being like, Pep, past games, why are you choosing? Why are you snubbing? Why aren't you rewarding Shirky? Why isn't he starting? Again, Shirky, forward, amazing. Great. I'm cool with it. But we're going to need other players around him to put in the work rate off the ball, because look at the goal off of the set piece that we surrendered. Look at the lazy stick up my leg tackle that gave me freaking Cancelo flashbacks. Not quite the same, but Cancelo flashbacks in terms of you didn't need to do that there. You need to be stronger in defense. You didn't need to be so easy to get past, and they ran downhill on us and scored. Pep's decision in terms of why it's Shirky, why not, I think is often because of that. Yes, he's brilliant going forward, but if he's not going to be able to do the same thing when out of possession, we got to have other players to put in that work rate, and we didn't have it. I'm confident that the club's going to realize, okay, Shirky, if he's going to be in the mix, we're going to need other guys that are going to have to carry the water for him. Nah, we ain't going trophyless. We're still in all competitions. I don't think we go trophyless. Foden, really? That's crazy. It's tough to play. Drewski in the building. Vator. We was bad, but I don't believe we'll lose the league. Right now, it's hard to look. It's hard to look beyond that. It's hard to look beyond this game right now. I'll be honest with you. I'm not giving up on the league though, because that's one thing I'm not doing game week 22. That'd be crazy to do. But that's horrible. We can't play like this. Next game's Champions League, and we're lucky. We're lucky for the next few fixtures. We are lucky. We play Bodo Glint in the next one. And then we got Wolves at home. We are so freaking lucky. We can't play like this anymore. Foden should be dropped from the team or played left back. Stop it, Drewski. You're doing too much now. But he could deserve a drop. Haaland can deserve a drop. And when I say a drop, I don't mean they don't play again. I mean, like, maybe they start, they get some rest. These games are adding up. LB can do 1-2 terrible flip flopper. Who's bad luck? Wait, LB can do 1-2 terrible flip flopper. Who's bad luck? Wait, what? What is going on here? What's wrong with LB? Poor midfielder, Silva and Foden. No chances created. Weak, soft players. The one thing I think needs to get changed is because in possession, when the defense is set, we often have Foden, we have Silva. They push up. They're almost like at the 18 with Rodri making decisions on how to get some passes in, Kostanov, Max, Ake, Rico. They're the ones that try to get the passes to them as far advanced as they are. And it's not working because they're not getting the ball and turning. They're not able to have that positional awareness to make it difficult for the defender. I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do. I think we should recycle. I think we should try to invite the defense to get out of that position, pull them up a little bit. And a couple of, Shirky likes to do it. Rodri likes to do it. A few dinks over top. The defense was set for United. They made it long. I don't know about you guys, but me, that was easily the worst performance. It was. I don't want to take anything away from United as well, because United played really well, but we played poor, right? We played poor, and it wasn't them dictating that. It's like, it was decision making. It was movement of the ball. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Cap, what's Cap saying? Such a soft, weak midfield. I don't even know if that changes if we have Reinders in there, though. That's the thing. I don't know. You feel like Pep needs to go back to the counterattacking style from... I think, again, we do that situationally. I don't think it's like an exclusive, this is what we're doing all game. But we did need to invite United because they were pressing us. They were trying to make life difficult for us. We were trying to play through it a little bit. But also, after playing through, where are we trying to go? And that was off. That was so freaking off. Yeah, I agree. Marmoush back is going to be very helpful. He had a good AFCON as well. And yeah, it's being dropped for a game here or there is not a bad thing with the amount of games that these players play. It's not a slight. It's not like, oh, you're horrible. It's like, listen, you can't keep running on empty. And I think Holland, I see it. I see it in terms of how he's actually moving in attacking positions. It's off. He needs a break. He needs a breather. We'll start over soon. Okay, in the building, he goes, league is done, and I feel sorry for Donna and Kusanov. The league is not done. We still have trophies to play for. These guys ain't quitting. There's no quit. There's no quit. I think it depends on the game. Who do we play? Is the question that we should have put Kusanov at right back? And then who do we play centrally? Do we play Kusanov at right back? Do we then move Max over? Then we then have Ake? Do we then do O'Reilly? That's a lot of changes in the back line. I don't know. I don't think that would have made sense to do all that. He's not. Holland's not getting good chances. Vanessa saying City should sign Ten Hag. Get out of here. Wait, what's happening here? What's Teal saying now? Luis Enrique and Maresca. Even Glasner can join City in the summer. Pep is getting outclassed by... There are times when you can look at the tactics of the manager and of the opposing manager and be like, okay, they got that. They got the better of that. And then you can also understand that how intense this United played and we didn't match it was disappointing. Teal, you're ready to chuck Pep for Enrique, Maresca, or Glasner? Nah. You need to chill. What else did you say? Every time Pep underestimates a team with his lineup, he ends up losing. I don't think there was anything underestimated here. You look at our starting 11, there was nothing underestimated here. We didn't have many options defensively. I kind of mentioned it out loud. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I don't think you shift everything over and put Kusanov at right back, and then I don't think you bring Max, and I don't think you bring Ake, and I don't think you make all those changes. That seems like a lot, especially against an attack that is decent. United's attack is decent. It has been good. Yeah. Hey, yo, I think, Margay needs to join us quickly. Jackson, Vator, I think City pull of a Liverpool 2022. I predict you win the League Cup, FA, UCL because I don't think you reach the final. I predict you win the League Cup and FA. Yeah. I think there's a trophy in us, and this is why it's still an exciting season. This result against this United is crazy, especially that 2-0 flatters us. Oh my gosh. Trey P in the building. Agreed, Vader. It looked like lack of intensity. We know the Prem is more physical this season. If you remember, I said before, if it's physical, we struggle. So we had to play smarter and harder. Yeah. And again, if we're not going to match the physicality, we need to be on point with the movement, with the passing the ball, with the running of channels. We were so slow. So freaking slow. I don't get it. In a derby, we gave another game advantage Arsenal. They play Forest. That's 3 points for them. We're now at 8, which can end up being 8. Did Pep What is this? You know what? It's going to be an annoying weekend. United fans are going to get gassed up. Actually, maybe it's a good thing. United fans are going to get all gassed up that they got a team that's good enough to compete for Europe, and they're going to put pressure on this next manager. Yeah, maybe that's all a good thing. Oh, so annoyed. So annoyed. Teal in the building. He goes, Arteta dunking on Guardiola at Wembley will be the final straw. Listen, now, if we bring that intensity to the League Cup final, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Look who's in the building. Look who's in the building. Catch is in the building. He goes, hello, Vator. Yo, listen to this guy. Catch him as well. You mean 9? Is it 9? Let me look at the standings. Let me look at the standings real quick. Yeah, 9, 6 points. Why did those guys tell me 8 earlier? I thought it was 6. Smash the likes, people. Catch is right. Listen, I'm deflated after a derby, 100%. This is not how I expected this weekend to start. This is not how I expected these guys to play in a Manchester derby. They need to all they need to all look in the mirror, because there's not a player other than the youngsters, like I said, other than Donnarumma, that can really be like, you know what? Did my thing today. Despite the result, I did my thing today. I'm gonna be calm with Semenyo. I'm gonna be calm with Max Elliott. I know he got subbed off, but Pep managing the young player and his confidence. I'm gonna be calm. Donnarumma, Semenyo, Max Elliott, Kostanov. Those are the players I'm gonna be calm with. I'd expect more from everybody else. Everybody else. Catch them. I'm still nervous. Dice is not going to make it. Nah, you're going to have a tough game, but y'all win in that game. We can't bottle increasing the gap 2 games in a row. We need to put the nail in the coffin. Okay, listen, catch them. Just to let you know, the nail in the coffin is not happening this game. It's going to be great from Arsenal. You Arsenal fans, it'll be great to see that point gap increase. But the nail in the coffin is not this game. Is not this game. I feel like I've got the life sucked out of me. Listen, 47. I'm not. The drop points isn't the crazy part. It's how City played, man. It's how City played that's the killer. Nah, listen, Rodri. Where was Rodri? What was the problem with Rodri today? Rodri was all right. What are you doing? Rodri got stepped on in that game. Rodri was a one-man. Basically, Rodri was like a one-man consistent mid. If you're bringing talks, it's not to Rodri. If you want to bring talks and say, where was the consistency from Foden, from Silva, from Shirky, I'll hear it. But nah, Rodri, nah. Yo, large up Godfrey, you know what it is. I think that's why I didn't say the font. Yeah, I hear it. One more nail in the coffin. I got you. Listen, I know why. So Aruna, my man was Aruna, but they had to put the Don on it, and he showed it today. Donnarumma was legit. He was legit today. I think the 2 center backs calm. Semenyo give him more time. We play Champions League next, and then we play Wolves. If we're going to have those type of games, now's the time. Pep's got to get these guys to fix up. And he's got Champions League and that to do it in. You didn't create any chances. At least the other games you were creating. That's true. But how we were creating chances and how the other team were set up speaks a lot. And this is the one thing that I'm going to go back and look on with the emotion gone. And I'm maybe I'll look at it and be like, can teams replicate what United just did defensively? That's the thing that worries me most, because I think that they can. So then it's like, well, how are we going to choose to attack them? Who are the players that can do what's needed for us to attack in the way? So it's freaking annoying. Talk with chest. I just lost 2-0 in a United derby. United just took 2 points. Scored 2 goals. The chest is not happening right now. It's not. It's not. Listen. Stat-wise, United deserved it. Derby, very disappointing. And there's no one that I'm going to really be praising. I think it'll be interesting to hear what the manager, Pep, my manager, has to say. There's no giving up. Manchester is temporarily red right now. We look to see what the remaining results are. Let me look at the table real quick. So Arsenal 49, City 43, Aston Villa 43, Liverpool 36, United 35. Those are the teams to focus on. Chelsea at 34, Brentford at 33. The matches for today. This is so annoying. Where are the results going to come from? Aston Villa, who do they play today? They play tomorrow, Everton. I think we can say Aston Villa are going to win. We're going to say Aston Villa are going to win. I think that's safe to say. I think everybody else wins, to be honest with you. So Aston Villa go ahead of City. City are going to drop to third. This sucks. Liverpool are going to win. They're going to go to 39. Holy crap. They're going to go to 39. Chelsea are going to win. They're going to go to 37. Aston Villa are going to move ahead of us. And Arsenal are going to win and go to 52 points. Listen, I'm going to have to do another show. I'm going to have a proper conversation with regards to all things City after painfully watching this game again. Yeah. One more. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments before I shut things down. Scott goes, Manchester's red. Catch him. You still have Liverpool away, and Slot is determined to play like a coward, unlike the Etihad game. So that will be another frustrating game for you. I try not to go too far ahead to see how teams are playing, because it also depends on who's healthy, who's not, playing styles. But yeah, most teams are going to be facing City and choose to be mid to low block first, right? And honestly, United were playing to that. They were playing mid to low at times, and then they were looking to press and take their chances. So I'm going to expect the same. It ain't going to be easy. We need to fix up with regards to our attack. You are braver than me. I can't watch this game again. I'm going to need to. I mean, it's my team. I got to. I like to talk with confidence. I like to talk with some certainty that I have with regards to what do I see. And it hurts, but I got to do it. It's me as a City fan. Listen. Credit to United. Y'all ops, enjoy this. We don't give up. Potential 9 points. We got some work to do. It's Arsenal's title to lose. We'll see what we can do as City fans to cheer them on. Let's see how Pep picks up. Let's see how these players respond. Let's see these players sometimes get the rest that's needed, get the drop, watch the game from the bench, see where you can apply yourself and be more impactful, be more important, be the dangerous, threatening players that you can be, and we go at it again. Next game, Champions League. After that, Wolves. So let's calm things down, City. Let's calm things down, City fans. Rough, annoyed. However you like to chill, reset, do so. And let's get back to it. Like a press conference, I'm going to walk out on you guys. I'm out of here.